Hello everyone, this is continuation from the previous video. In the previous video we have seen we got one error where we have did the product dot children. This is a hierarchy that I have. I have the hierarchy with the category, subcategory and product. So I have written the product and I have written execute, but I got an error because generally here when I use the product and I get the children, this is in the hierarchy format. So it needs the member of that product, like member if product is a label, it also needs the member. It will not give the hierarchy. Like this is the data I have. When I have the category, so let's take I got the category, I got the subcategory, I have the product for that product. So let's take I have the category as C1, C1, subcategory as S1, subcategory SC1, SC1, SC2, SC3 or SC2. SC1 as a product P1, SC2 as a product P2, SC2 as a product P3. So this as this one and this one. So this has this three. C1 category has two subcategories. One subcategory has two products and this one has two products like this. Okay, the same one I have written here. Now you can see here, if I call the product, like if I call the SC1 dot, like if I just call the subcategory and the children, the system will confuse because which children or what subcategory, which children do you want for what subcategory you need the children, because you are having all the subcategory for ST1, SC2, SC2, you are SC1 and ST2 subcategories, right? So if you give only the subcategory, it will confuse. But if you mention which subcategory children you want, then it will give P1. If you mention SC2, then you'll give it will give the P2 and P3. But if you only mention the subcategory without mentioning SC1 or SC2, it will throw an error. The same thing is happening here. The same thing is happening here. When I write the product, because the product doesn't have any the product, it is confusing which type product children you want. Now I'll take the product here. I'll take particularly one bike wash dissolver and I'll delete the other stuff. No. Yep, I'll delete and I'll execute this now. When I execute this, I'll get that because that product is the lowest level. After that, I don't have any children. I am okay with that. Now let's see. I'll call some category there. Automatically, I'll get the children. So if I call the subcategory, I'll not get because it will confuse which one to get. Okay. Now I'll go with the subcategory, any subcategory. I'll go with the subcategory with the cleaners, because we already seen it has only one children. Now if I execute this, I'll get the children for that. So that's what. But still what I need is that even though here you can see when you use the children, you will only get that, but I don't want that. I just want to get the, if I use the subcategory, whatever the values are there under that subcategory, I should want to get all the values as a children. Like I want to get all these values. Okay, so for that purpose, like you have to mention the subcategory, right? But here I don't want to mention anything. I want to get all the stuff there. For that purpose, what you will be doing is that instead of this the same alternative for this is, I'll copy this and paste it down here. I'll not have the value here, delete. Here I can use it. There is a function called descendants. I can use that function. Okay, when I use the function, and I don't need the children here. Done. Now when I execute this, now you can see all the subcategories. Okay, it's like a children. It will get all the subcategories and it will also get everything. It will get the cleaners, like it will get the subcategory, like how it gets is that it will get SC1, it will also get the P1, it will get SC2, it will also get the P2. So if you have seen this bikers and cleaners, bike cleaners, where is that? You have it here somewhere after. See, yeah, bike wash dissolver. This is a subcategory and cleaners is a category. So you are getting that one, not the other one. Okay, So you're getting both the cleaners and you're also getting the bike wash dissolver. Like you're getting the parent and you're also getting the child here by using the descendants. Okay, you are install, even though if you are not mentioning anything, it is, since you are not mentioning one, so it is taking for all. That is a use of the descendants. Now in the descendants we do even some starting points and ending points. I can say one thing, like if I start with one, so this is a parent. Which one is highest level? The category is highest level. Which is the lowest level? The subcategory. The second level is subcategory. The lowest level is product. Okay. I say okay. I want the same way here. When I use a descendant, the one thing you can see here is I'll whatever the value I have given, I'll get the values starting from that level, not the below levels. Okay, like I'll get the values from the subcategory. I'll get the values from the subcategory, and I'll get the values for whatever the values I add for the subcategory in the product. I'll get it, but not for the category. So I don't have any starting point. I'll only get the values from down. Example is, if I use the descendant function, just only pass the values, then I'll be getting the values for only SC1 total. I'll get the SC1 and the total sales amount. Then I'll get the P1 and the total sales amount. Let's assume SC1 P1 is 10, P2 is 20, P3 is 40. Now SC1 total will be sum of P1, so you'll get P1 as 10. Next, if you do the SC2, I'll get the first SC2 as total SC2 is 40 plus 20 is 60. Then I'll get the P2 as 20. Then I'll get the P3 as 40. This is the way how the data will be displayed. But I'll not get complete C1 here. I'll not get the C1, and total for the C1 is 70. I'll not get that one. Only I'll get the values since I have used the subcategory. So I'll get the values after, including subcategory, and after that I'll not get the before value. Now in order to get that, you have some other functions here in the same stuff. In the descendants only you can even pass the parameters. I can say I'll pass one parameter here. The first one is a starting one. I'll pass the parameter as a category, that is a starting one. And then next I'll make a note so that it will be easy for you. Yep. Next, the third parameter value will be from wait to start. Okay, so here I can write self, I can write before, after. Means what will happen? Self means it will take all the values from wherever we have asked, it will take that value because it's a comma, it's a third parameter. Self means so by default the starting point will be the category. This will be the highest level, so it will take all the values from the category, and then so that will be the starting value. So it will not take, don't worry about the other stuff, just worry about that. This will be the starting point, and your main lookup point will be the subcategory. Okay, when you give self, you'll get all the values for the subcategory onwards. Subcategory before is nothing but you will only get the values for subcategory, not for the others. You will only get the values for subcategory when you give self. When you give before is nothing but you will get all the values before the subcategory to the starting point. After means you will get all the values after subcategory. Whatever the values you got after subcategory, you will get that. Okay, that is the after. Now if I see that, I will get all the values as I mentioned. I need to get C1 here, SC1, P1, SC2, P2, P3. That's what I need to get here. Now if you see, execute, I got the accessories. The best the one I can show you guys is new vertical tab. Now you can see when I drag and drop the hierarchies here, I have the accessories. Under the accessories, I got the bike racks. So now you can see the same thing here. Accessories, you got the bike racks, and then bike racks as each rack for bike. Then after that you come again the bike stands. Bike stand as all purpose. Then bottles, something bottles and cages. Bottles and cages as mountain bottle or water bottle. You'll get all the three here. You can see here. Okay, and then you have done once it is in, then you got the cleaner. Once at the end of where the accessories are ending at here, touring tire tube. So that's the n. So when you have the Turing tire tube, then everything will be done. See, where is the Turing tire tube? Accessories, bike. Okay, this is the accessories, right? I got the all-purpose bike stand. Okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I mean, oh, okay, okay. I missed this something here. So helmets, tires and tube, helmets, blue red packs. Yeah, tires and tube. This is the one I got. Tires and tube as HLL mountain, touring tire. Yeah, this is the last one. Okay, touring tire tube. After that, then again you will have the bike here. See, then you will have the total for the bikes. Under the bike, again that are subdivided. You can see the mountain bikes. Under the mountain bikes, you have all the subcategories. So you can get the starting and ending point. Now I am moving the browser side by side. Done. Now I'll go back to the screen. So this is the way how you can get the starting and ending point. If I give only the self, then I'll only get the subcategory. Okay, whatever the subcategory you got, you'll only get the subcategory, not the others. You'll not get the subcategory below the subcategory. You got the product, right? You will not get that because you have used the self. Okay, now if I see that, I'll get only the bikes, bike stands, cleaners, fenders, and that's it. I'll not get the products for that. But when you use a self before and after, you'll get all the stuff. You'll get all the values from the starting point, and to the subcategory, whatever the levels you have, you will get all the levels. When you give after, what are the values you got after the subcategory? There might be many hierarchies after the subcategory. You'll get all the levels after the subcategory. That's with the self before and after. When you use a self, you will only get values to that subcategory. That's it. Okay. Yeah, you need to practice a lot, then you'll be you'll be clear with that. Please try to practice by using other hierarchies. See you guys. We'll meet in another video with other functions. Thank you. Bye.